I'm Jake.
I'm Michael.
And this is
the Imposter Syndrome Podcast.
Let's go. Hey! Long promised, long awaited. Today is the day.
Yes.
We're doing our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Yes,
Let's go.
we
Claps
are.
all around. Let's go. Hey, let's go. So, oh my god, it's finally here. We're finally doing it. We have an awesome story, an awesome campaign to do. We have a guest audience here who will be here through the entirety of the campaign. You know, we really appreciate them being here. We have a recurring guest, Gay.
Yo, no, go ahead.
No way. Redo that.
Don't cut that out.
Yo,
As you can see, he's tall.
I want to see what you can say, bro. All right, fine.
I mean, thank you for like dropping the ball so I didn't have to feel bad later.
He said gay.
He's happy. Yes, he's happy to be.
All right, hold on, let's run it back. All right, 3, 2, 1. We have a recurring guest on the show, Kay.
Thank you.
How's it going? We have Latch, first timer.
You.
And we have our buddy Angel.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go.
All
Let's give it
right.
up for everybody. Let's go. Yeah. Of course, we have our talented and wonderful co-host and DM, Michael. Mikey boy.
Claps for Michael, please. Snaps.
Yeah. Let's go. So we're really excited to start. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it won't be cursed. But
Oh, it's gonna be so
knowing
fucking
us, it's gonna be tragic.
I'm ready to kill.
If you enjoy our content or you want to check out more, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It truly helps us out a lot. Excuse me. Leave a comment, all that great stuff. We would truly enjoy it. Thank you very much, and we'll begin.
Alrighty. I guess just before we start, remember to check out our actual podcast and other episodes.
Yes, we have a website. It'll be in the link
Yeah,
down below.
please click it. Check out our other episodes where we're not flying around.
Yes, doing this. It's definitely a new format for us. We have a camera. It's like live action.
Yeah, you can see
Quite
hands
interesting.
everywhere.
Everyone
Jazz
waves to the
hands.
cameras. Hello.
Yeah, and everyone's avatar would be on the bottom.
Yes. So it's gonna be fun. We have our notes here. Everything's going on, and yeah, let's get it going.
All right, are you ready, our
Let's
dear
do it.
adventurers?
Let's do it.
Ugh, okay.
Cowabunga.
So, let's set the scene. This is the continent of Wildheim, the land of forests. It's a small continent, but its primary feature is obviously a large covering of woods. Most famously, the largest of the forests, the deep woods, host to many upon many of various life forms. But over the years, over the decades, there seems to be a decay almost going throughout the lands, like a slow rot and festering, animals and creatures turning into rabid beasts and monsters. The light in the world seeming to become darkness. Within these lands resides 3 primary kingdoms, if you would. First most is the Lagovia kingdom in the southeast, a kingdom that's defined by its arcane and alchemy, ruled by King Olwyn, the enchanted ruler. To the north of it is the small city of Stormfran, an academic haven of wizards and various sorcerous studies. And then to the northeast is the large clockwork city of Remaya, a technological utopia founded by King Godric. Our adventure begins in the Kingdom of Lagovia. The princess of this kingdom has been kidnapped by the nefarious obsidian dragon, who has been laying siege for almost 10 years now to this poor kingdom. And now he's finally kidnapped the princess. Many have tried to get to his lair at Valdon's Peak deep within the deep woods, but many have failed to the perilous nature of the forest. And now it's come to outsiders to hopefully save the princess and defeat the dragon. Okay?
Okay.
Wonderful.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, now to present day. It's a kind of chilly night, right? Slight rain pelting the wooden roofs of the various houses in this district. A lone guard stands outside a tavern, and he looks kind of just done with everything. Like, oh god, why am I here? Sort of thing. And he's waiting for the supposedly new batch of adventurers who's going to deal with this problem. And as he sits there, he hears some kind of heavy footsteps trudge forward. And glancing over, he sees a large humanoid figure, a black cloak flowing in the wind dramatically, and a stare that's both cold and determined. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Is this the Kingdom of Lagovia?
Yeah.
I'm looking for the king. I received his message for challengers.
Oh, you're one of them. Okay. You are?
My name's Plo.
Plo. Okay, yes. Okay. That's one. And he pulls out the parchment and kind of just uses a piece of chalk to scratches it out. Like, okay, one's done. Would you like to actually introduce yourself to the rest of the party?
Like my actual, what do you mean?
Well, you're what class you are or stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Plo is a rogue wolf-born. He was a young wolf who used to live with a monastery of monks. But one fateful day, a terrible battle occurred, which massacred them all. He is the sole survivor of this massacre and lives with tremendous guilt and anger. He is a haunted one. And he is a lawful neutral. He follows his own convictions and what he sees fit.
Okay, good. As you two kind of awkwardly stand there, the guard's kind of giving you shifty eyes. Oh no, you're in front of the tavern.
Oh, I am in front of
Yeah,
the tavern?
yeah.
Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're kind of giving each other looks like he's looking you up and down, not really sure what to make of you. Another pair of footsteps comes up, and the guard kind of looks confused, to be honest. He's not sure exactly what to make of what he's seeing. It kind of looks like a rat folk, but I think there's too many arms. It's the coloring's a little bit weird. He's not exactly sure. He's like, hello? Who are you?
Hello, my name is Nasher. I'm here to get paid.
The guard opens up the thing, looks on the list, looks up back at you. You're okay. Hi. Okay. Good. Another one showed up. Okay. Good. And the guard's kind of trying to internalize what he's just looking at, and then
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you have 4 limbs?
I didn't choose to be this way.
you want to introduce yourself?
So yes, my character is Nasher. He's gonna be a rat folk rogue. Little bit of the backstory: he is basically the only one of his species that he knows of. He was dumped into the dark woods when he was just a young rat, and he grew up there. And he's trying to get more information as to why.
Okay. Cool. So now it's even more awkward. There's a freeway between the three of you. The guard is now slightly sweating and is like, oh god. And suddenly, out of nowhere, another figure appears. His shining surface gleaming in the tavern light as his eyes kind of glow in the darkness. And instantly you can see the guard's reaction of turning into this scowl a little bit. Who are you supposed to be?
I am S1M0N. but you can call me Simon.
The guard kind of like sneers a little bit, checks the list, and it's like, oh, God. Checks that name off the list. Introduce you, please.
All right. I'm Simon. I'm an artificer, and I travel alone now, haunted by my past and the hallucinations of it. I consider myself a hermit, and I'm true neutral, only driven by my own plans.
Okay. So, this little hodgepodge of a group is now standing awkwardly in front of the tavern, the rain kind of drenching your various furs and metals. And finally, running through the front gate is this short little fellow, his large beard kind of billowing in the slight movement of his body. He's like, comes up, and the guard looks at him, recognizes he's a dwarf, and he's like, oh, thank goodness. Who are you supposed to be?
I am Ulrich, the Unhinged.
Ulrich. Yes. And he like checks the thing. Oh, fantastic. All right. Great. And like you see like a smile finally appear on his face. Like, oh, great. All of you. And he looks down. He's double checking his sheet. Isn't there supposed to be a bard with you?
I heard he had a gig.
Oh. All right. Well, I think you can make do, hopefully.
You're quite small, dwarf.
What did you just say?
I said quite small.
The dwarf and the midget are having a
I used to have a
Parlay.
friend who was small.
Gets
Perhaps
up
we
close.
can be friends.
What'd you say to me?
I used to have a friend who was small. Maybe we can be friends, small one. I'm gonna call you small one.
The guard is like sitting there watching the exchange and is like, "Oh God, please don't fight! Please don't fight! I'm not paid enough to like deal with these animals. Oh God." So he's like, "Oh," he like tries to like interject. He's like, "Okay. So, as you have heard, we have a bit of a dragon problem and a bit of a missing princess problem. A lot of people tried, and a lot of people didn't make it. Our last champion, I guess, our captain of the guard, Oswin, he and his knights went in there, and he's the only one who made it back. He's currently in the tavern right now. He's not in a good place. You can try getting information from him, but honestly, however you want to do this, do it. We are desperate at this point." And the king, he kind of like, you see him, he kind of like rolls his eyes, like, he implores you save his daughter really quickly, as soon as possible, and he will reward you handsomely.
If he's so worried, why isn't he here?
The guard like is thinking about it, like trying to formulate an answer. The kingly duties, he's got to make sure the inner kingdom is safe. You know, these dragon attacks have really damaged a lot of the city walls and buildings within.
I don't know. A father that doesn't try to save his daughter sounds like a coward to me.
The guard puts his placating hands up and placating, and he's like, "You didn't hear from me."
What does his knight look like?
He's sort of blonde, got a bit of a bullish cut. He's covered in blood because he didn't bother to clean himself. He's probably drinking himself mad.
Simon, what do you think? Should we try to get the information from him?
We should enter the tavern.
Great, awesome. Good luck, guys. And you see the guard. He kind of runs in the opposite direction. Yeah, he kind of, he like runs through the streets and heads to the city gate.
He fell over.
He trips and stuff. Then get him out. Yeah, get him out, Frank. There you go. So now there you guys are. You are in front of the tavern by yourselves, awaiting whatever you want to do next.
They didn't seem to like me very much.
All right, guys, who's going in?
I think I'm the only normal one here.
I think I can get information.
All right. Why don't Ulrich and Plo go in?
Come on,
Sounds
small
good to
one.
me.
Let's go.
All right.
Keep calling me that and I'll chop off your toes.
I don't have toes. I have paws.
Whatever, wolf.
All right. So Plo and The small one.
Ulrich the Small.
Ulrich the Small.
It's Ulrich the Unhinged.
Yeah.
We'll figure out why he's unhinged. Keep calling him
We'll
small.
stay out here
Yeah.
and we'll watch.
Yeah. The two of them enter the tavern. This tavern is a little bit rundown. Immediately, it's not the most liveliest tavern you've been in. There's a few people milling here and there. There's no music. There's a bartender who's kind of lean. He's just kind of sitting at the bar, like head in his hand, just staring. Upon you guys entering, he kind of gives you like a glance, but like nothing too bad. He kind of just like, oh, that's interesting. No one else really pays you much mind. Go ahead. What do you-
Small one, wait here. I'm going to walk up
It's Ulrich.
to what's his name? The knight,
Oswin.
to Oswin.
Yeah, so there's a guy in a corner in a chair. He's got bottles all around him. He's in armor, and there's just blood caked onto him. He's got a bruised eye. He's got cuts all over, and he's downing a bottle. He's like, ugh.
Based off my keen senses, I can tell he's been drinking here for approximately 3 hours. I'm looking for a man named Oswin. Do you know him?
He kind of like glances up on you. He's giving you like a blue stare. He's like, leave me alone.
Look at me.
And he like kind of glances at you, and then like a little bit of look of recognition comes over. So you're the lot who's gonna risk their liars and hides to save the king's brat. a bunch of wood dwellers. Ooh, hell, I'm not complaining. Maybe you freaks have a better chance to make it through than in that hellhole than my men did.
Think about it, Oswin. If we kill the dragon, that means that you don't have to go out there anymore.
Good. Go ahead.
So why don't you give us a little information? What do you know?
What do I know? What the fuck do you think I know? We didn't stand a chance. If it wasn't the undead, it was living trees, or gnolls, or giant bugs, or where the hell's in that forsaken forest? I didn't stick around to find out.
Listen, Oswin, you see that small one over there?
He like kind of glances over at the dwarf.
I've heard rumors about this one. There's rumors, tales, that when he gets really angry, he can transform into a bear. No control. No, everyone is an enemy in his sights.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
Oh yeah, first dice roll. Here we go.
What would that be under?
D20.
Yeah,
it's a
D20.
D20. Alright, let's see here. What do I need to surpass to get it?
You don't need to know.
You
No,
can't.
I can't know. Okay.
Wait, are you proficient in intimidation or no?
Yeah, do you have any modifiers?
I need to see. Let me take a
Because
look.
if you're proficient, you might be able to get a little bit of
What would that be under? Like
skills.
it would be like investigation or intimidation's like actually one of them.
No, it'd be
Intimidation,
charisma.
intimidation.
Charisma.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
charisma.
charisma. Oh, I suck at charisma. But I have the haunted one thing that when they look in my eyes, they're eager to help me because they see that I've been through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to get at when I said look at me.
Yeah, still
Roll
roll.
the.
Okay,
yeah.
Still- What is that?
10.
He kind of like glances at you, and he's like looks at the dwarf, looks back, and it's like, okay, another thing to kill me. Like I haven't been through enough this past few days. Like, what's another thing? But you know what? If you want to go out there and kill yourselves, go ahead. What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
We probably should have discussed that first answer to me. What can we expect in the deep wood?
Death.
What kind of creatures are there?
He like puts his gauntlet over his hand, and like there's still leftover blood on it, and it's kind of rubbing more blood into his face. Well, what my men ran into, there was loads of undead. There's so many zombies and skeletons in there, and I think every time you send some more people in there, it just adds to the pile. It feels unnatural. It doesn't feel like there's normal spawn, like normal undead coming from the ground. I think there's something in there causing it. There was shadows that moved by themselves. And you like, you see him, he like, it froze up a little bit on the floor, wipes his mouth. And there was everything you could possibly imagine in that woods was in there.
What killed your teammates? Did you get to the dragon? Or was it something
You see, he like heels over back in his chair. Did we make it to the dragon? What are you, a fucking idiot? No! We didn't even make it to the deeper part of the woods. He like slunches over. It's like, if 3 of my men were butchered by the gnolls, another 2 were taken by those shadows, another 3 by some skeletons and zombies, and by the time I saw the thing come out of the ground, I ran.
What did it look like?
Big, spiky, and it reeked.
What did it reek like?
Rot.
So was it perhaps an undead? Just a big one? Like an animal? An owl bear?
He's trying to like struggling to remember. No, it seemed like hard, like a shell sort of thing. Bone, I don't know.
Anything else you can think of, Oswin? Anything. Think about it. The sooner you tell us, the sooner we'll leave you alone.
He like ponders for a minute. If you get me a drink, I have one more piece of information to tell you.
How much are the drinks here?
They're relatively cheap because the town's in kind of a disarray, so it's like 5 copper for like a subpar ale.
How would I know what kind of money I have, you know?
It should be in your inventory.
Should start with like 5 GP or something.
Yeah.
Trying to see where it says it.
It doesn't say.
Does not say?
No, it gives you the option, but it doesn't say.
Agree? Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't give me the option. So
Yeah.
what did you like us to start with?
Yeah.
5 GP.
Yeah, so it's
All
like
right,
reasonable.
that's fine. So all right. So how much is it then?
So, yeah, it's still only like 5 copper. It's super cheap.
All right. So I'll do that.
Yeah.
Then. Okay. So I'll buy you a drink, Oswin. Now tell us the information.
Drink first.
Fine.
No, you gotta.
Yeah, so
Hey, what do I have to do?
Barkeeper.
go to the barkeeper.
All right. So let's go to the barkeep.
This one is.
He's not. We don't have an NPC for him. So
We don't have.
Oh,
Let's just assume he's
Yeah,
in
just-
the
just-
corner, and he's in the
Small one. Get this man a drink.
We're gonna have an issue later, but I'll get that drink.
All right, so you make your way over to the bartender, and he kind of looks down at you and is like, "Oh, hey, haven't seen you around here before. What can I get you?"
Cold beer, or there's no beer.
Ale. Ale.
Ale.
All
Cold
right,
ale.
that'd be 5 copper.
Here's your 5 copper.
All right, and like he kind of goes to a barrel, creaks it open, pours in the mug, sloshes it over, and it's like, "All right, have a good one. Try to stay out of the rain, eh?"
Before we go, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What do you know about the deep woods?
Oh, the deep woods.
Yes.
Well, the deep woods is it's a large forest. It used to be a haven for adventurers back in the day, but recently it's become quite dangerous, especially with all these adventurers and knights trying to go up to the mountain. But I mean, I'm just a bartender. I don't really know the ins and outs of the forest. It used to be a good source of lumber. I know that, but nowadays people tend to stick near the edge of the forest to get wood.
Okay. Would you say there are any guides who know the forest really well?
Well, I don't know specifically. He kind of points over to the end of the bar to his old man hunched over. If you need to really know everything, though, Indolf, the true speaker, he's said to have insight into everything. He's very wise. Won a number of bets from him, actually.
Okay.
And then he like kind of weaves his hand around the corner, pointing. And there's another fellow. He's a merchant who comes around here. He's a bit weird, but he's been around, so I've been told. He might be good for figuring out the ins and outs of these places too.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
No problem. Goes back to his work.
By the way, give him the beer first.
All right, so you walk over to Plo and hand Oswin the ale. He kind of like sluggishly grabs it and just like that's pouring down his face, and then like he plops it down. It's already half empty.
Oswin, the information before you pass it.
Right. Well, I've been hearing from some guards, right? There's been a weird thing people have been seeing at night. And you might have to ask the guards near the gate, but it's not like any other creature they've ever seen. It moves way too fast, and it's way too big. And they just said its eyes are creepy. Ooh, whatever that means. But really, the woods, everything wants to kill you in there. And like he starts laughing, and like he kind of falls out of the chair, and he's kind of out.
Thank you for the information, Oswin.
And then the bomb goes off.
Small one. Tend to your belongings. Question. Is Heindolf in the tavern?
Indolf?
Heindolf, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay, and where's the other guy?
He's around the corner of the tavern.
So he's in the tavern as
Yeah,
well.
they're both
okay.
in the tavern.
The merchant, right here.
Yep.
Small man. Small one. Speak to the merchant. I will speak to the true seeker.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Angel can go first this time.
All right, so you saunter over to this guy who's in the corner. He's kind of shady looking. He's very pale. He's got very dark, like you don't know if it's makeup or if he's just super got deep set eyes. Got slicked back hair, and he kind of just smells like shit. Like oh man, like he smells like a rotting corpse. He's clearly not taking a bath in a hot second, and he gives you like a crooked smile. And he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
I've heard you got some information about the deep woods.
Oh, information. He like taps his fingers on his chin. Do I have information? I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Let's see what your pockets decide.
How's 1 gold sound?
He's like laughing. You like, he like sticks his tongue out at you. It's like, what 1 gold? What the fuck do you think I am? I am Ilton Dyers. I am the most famous merchant of all these lands. I have traveled to each end of this continent and more. You think you can buy me for 1 gold?
Yes.
No.
Small one. Pay him what he wants.
No.
All right. And he like leans back into his chair. He takes out his knife and is like twiddling his fingers with it. Well, I'll be here. And then that's it. And then he leans back up. It's almost like he remembers something. Well, actually, you want to learn about the deep woods?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, you're the lot that's going. You're another lot who's gonna go try to get that dragon, right?
Yep.
He like ponders for a bit, and a little smirk appears on his face. Okay. Listen, how about we have a little exchange?
Cunning exchange.
Yeah, a favor for a favor.
Favor for favor. What kind of favor are you looking for?
Listen. I'm in search of something very important to me. And I have information that is on top of that mountain. If you can get it for me firstly, I will provide whatever information you need about the Deep Woods. Plus, I do have some very valuable trinkets I can be persuaded to give away at a very discounted price. Flashes you a smile.
I think we can come up with the solution for your so-called favor.
Hmm?
So what mountain is this that we have to go to, and what are we looking for?
Oh, it's the big mountain, Valdon's Peak, where the dragon lives. It's the only big mountain range in the Deep Woods.
You want us to go to where the dragon is for information that we need about the Deep Woods, but you
Well-
want us to go in the Deep Woods.
Well, I'll give you the information first. That's your first payment.
Okay.
And when you get me back my item, I'll give you the second half, which is the item.
All right.
All right?
Have yourself a deal.
And he like reaches his hand out. You guys shake, and you feel his hand. It's like clammy and like cold. So, the item I'm looking for is a key, but not just any key. It's a two-pronged key with an indent at the hilt. Get that from me, and well, I can see what I can get for you guys.
Is there anything else special about this key that we need to know of?
That you need to know of now.
Okay. We'll be seeing your king soon.
He kind of like looks to the side, looks at you again. Okay.
Put that information.
Ah, I was wondering if you forgot about that. All right. What do you want to know?
Everything there is about the Deep Woods.
Well, kind of leans back. Well, I overheard Mr. Drunk over there tell you about all the horrible monsters and stuff in the Deep Woods, so I'm guessing you already know it's very dangerous in there.
Yes.
Yes. The Deep Woods used to be a thriving place of animals and all this stuff, but lately it's been on the decline. A lot of decay, a lot of death. And, well, there might be some things in those woods that are causing that.
Like what?
Creatures, monsters, powerful monsters.
Any information on what kind of monsters these are?
Well, a lot of undead, a lot of zombies, a necromancer, perhaps?
A lynch, perhaps?
Maybe. Yeah. Though, I will also tell you now, because you guys seem new around here. Am I correct in that assessment?
Yeah.
Don't go into the Twilight Woods.
Why is that?
Ugh, you see Ilton kind of shiver a little bit. The Twilight Woods is a nasty, nasty place. If you thought the Deep Woods are bad, oh. The Twilight Woods, you can see it from a distance. Going through the trees of the Deep Woods, you will see a golden glow, like pure sunlight. That is the Twilight Woods. People who go in there don't come back. And if they do, they don't come back as themselves.
What does that mean?
Exactly what it means. They don't come back as themselves.
Is there some sort curse on the land?
You see, like, he's almost like grinning. Like this whole thing's kind of funny to him. Well, I wouldn't say a curse. It's just the inhabitants of the Twilight Woods are not like the inhabitants of the Deep Woods, or really any other woods. Truly, I would even say they're monsters or something worse. And even the Twilight Woods themselves are weird. Time flows differently in there, or so I'm told.
Sir, perhaps you could draw us a map of the Deep Woods.
Like, where it is?
The terrain around it. If you heard any monsters in certain areas, mark them on the map.
Well, I can tell you where the deep woods themselves are. And like, he kind of like pulls out some like napkin or whatever, crudely draws where the kingdom is, crudely draws a kind of large forest area where you think is the deep woods, and then a little bit north to it, he draws another thing. It says Twilight Woods and underscore Dunko. Yeah, I can't exactly tell you what is in there because no one really sticks around to find out or stays in one piece to tell us. He giggles a little bit, goes back in his chair. Anything else?
Guess that's it.
All right, well, I'm glad to be of service, and I can't wait for you to hold your end of the favor.
We'll see you when we get back.
And don't be afraid to always come spend some gold with me. I always have some wonderful items from all over the place. He smiles again.
All right.
All right. Meanwhile, Plo is going to the old man. What do you do?
Truth seeker. My name is Plo, and I'm looking for information.
You see this old man, and he's kind of got like almost a light purplish hair, this big beard. He's hunched over. There's a wooden staff near him, and on his forehead you see a crystal embedded. And he turns to you, his eyes open, and you see his eyes are not regular eyeballs. They're kind of these glowing purple orbs. He turns to you. Yes, Plo. The new band of mercenaries retrieved the Silver Princess. Yes. The child has an important role to play in all of this. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Indolf. The locals call me the True Speaker.
True speaker. I have a few questions.
He nods his head.
What can you tell me about this kingdom?
What do you want to know?
I want to know how it operates. Who's really in charge? And what is their agenda?
Well, you see almost like the sad look on his face. And he looks forward ahead of him towards where the bar is. And he says, well, the king's in charge. He is the true ruler of this kingdom.
And what is he like?
He sighs. Hungry. He's always seeking power through his various enchantments and spells. As of late, this dragon has gotten him interested in the draconic arts. And you see him like he kind of rubs his crystal on his forehead and it glows a little bit. And he's done many things to achieve those ends.
What is his relationship to his daughter?
He kind of glances around the tavern, looks both ways. Well, he does want her back, that's for sure. But out of love or out of need, who's to say?
Will you tell me? Do you know?
He pauses for a minute, taps his chin. The truth is more complicated than it seems.
What can you tell me about the Deep Woods?
You already know about the Deep Woods.
Do you know a good safe path through the Deep Woods?
Not necessarily a path per se, but there are things, there are people, there are even creatures within those woods that, if you do things right, will help you on your journey. will push you forward on your adventure. And I hope you do things right.
We'll have many enemies. I need to know how to defeat them. Do you know any weaknesses of the gnolls?
Of the gnolls. He like kind of a little taken aback. Well, they're the gnolls. I assume you use weapons. He kind of has like a little cheeky smile.
Don't play games with me, old man. I need to know this information.
Okay, no need to get so testy. Well, gnolls are creatures that cannot be persuaded or bargained. They respect power and power alone. If I were to battle gnolls, I would say, well, take out the pack lord, and they'll probably run.
Thank you. And the undead, how do you kill something that's already dead?
Kill it harder.
Is
And that is the truth this time. If you have divine weapons, of course, that can always help. A cleric, or spells, holier elements, but otherwise, a sword or a weapon.
I heard the merchant speaking to the small one. He mentioned a potential sighting of a necromancer. What can you tell me? What do you know?
He like ponders for a minute. You are asking a lot of questions.
I have a lot of them.
Well, let's make a little bargain then. I have some clues, if you will. Sightings I've seen, knowledge that I know. Give me 2 silver. I'll tell you the first.
Look into my eyes, old man.
All right. He looks into your eyes, and you're glancing back at his. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Which dice is that?
It's D20.
It's D20, I think, for
Yeah.
Always.
unless his eyes. Otherwise.
What is that?
That one.
You try using your glare at him, but you're staring into these purple eyes that almost swirl with magic, and you feel this almost chill go down your spine, looking deep into this almost abyss of his eyes of knowledge and almost insight into the universe itself. And you have to like turn away because it's too much.
I don't want to give you gold or silver, old man. Is there anything else that perhaps I can help you with?
Yeah, he ponders for a minute. I mean, truth be told, I, like many of the people here, we're kind of in a state of disarray. A lot of people's homes are gone. A lot of people are dead. If anything, if you cannot give me money, maybe food.
I can see what the small one can do for you, but I can't do it at the moment. He does specialize in finding rare herbs and items.
That piques his interest. You see, like kind of like picks up, ooh, herbs. I do happen to have a fancy for potion making, so I would be interested if any herbs come about.
If you can provide a list, I'll make sure that the dwarf gets it.
He like leans back a little bit. All right. I'll create a list, and I'll get back to you.
I have one final question for you, old man.
He glances at you.
How is the king fare with the people?
He gives like a smile that's kind of almost defeated. If you want to know, go to the northern gates to the kingdom and go see what's there, and then you tell me how fair the king is to his people.
You know, in Delph, they should call you the Riddler, not the Truth. What is it? I'm sorry.
The true speaker.
The Truth Speaker.
He gives a sly. He gives a sly smile. Well, it's a name that's stuck around, and I loathe to admit that once time ago I would have given information away freely, but I've learned that such actions have consequences.
Knowledge is power.
Indeed.
Farewell, Truth Speaker.
Farewell, Plo. He goes back to his table. And what do you guys want to do?
Should we check the north of the kingdom? Should we go to the library?
Before we leave, we should ask the knight for a map of the path he took.
He's passed out. We can't.
Yeah,
he passed out?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
passed
he
out.
When did he pass out?
After we
He passed
gave him
out after I talked to him.
You
Yeah.
guys gave him a beer and he passed out. Or no?
Well,
Shit.
Before you guys decide,
we need to like relay the information to
you
them,
should
right?
Come outside and tell
yeah.
us everything.
Yeah. So let's walk out.
yeah, before you guys head out though, the bartender kind of like waves at you. Do you
I acknowledge him.
Yeah. If you guys can, I'll give you like 2 silvers. Can you take the guy that also went outside? He's kind of making his place a bit of a mess.
I'll pick him up.
Thank you. He like tosses you 2 coins.
Do I need to roll for it?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah. No.
Throw him in the
On
back.
street.
Throw him
in the alley.
Yeah,
You
throw
like
him in the alley.
you tug him over his shoulder and
bark.
actually, you know what? You want do a strength check right now. I want to see how this goes.
It's a D20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always D20.
Fucking hell, dude.
It's gonna either be really funny or really. What's that?
4.
I'll do it.
No, no, it's too late. Okay, Plo tries picking him up, and like you realize that the armor is a little bit heavier than it looks, and you're like, oh, you jump a bit, and then you kind of trip, and he like falls out of your hands and on the floor, and the bartender is like, I hope he's all right. Do you need help with that? Maybe I could get someone.
I'm fine, bartender.
He like raises his hands up. Oh.
I think he needs a little help. I'll help him instead.
All right, roll.
Here, just roll. Save time.
Alright. First strength check. 6.
All right, so
We can't get him out.
Can I go again?
So you go up to now, Oswin, you try like heaving him up,
Yes.
and you're faring a little bit better. Like you get him over, but like
Roll to use acrobatics to throw him out the window.
and like you're trying to like put him on top of you, like over your head because of your short stature, but then like he's dead weighting on you, and you're like, oh god, and his arm like smacks your face, and you're just like, and you smell like the barf and the booze, and you're like, oh, and you just like plop him near the front door, and now he's just on the floor prone.
It smells worse than the merchant.
Yeah. So now he's just like at the door,
Face down, right?
and the bartender's like, oh god, maybe I should just call a guard, or maybe
I got it, bartender.
are you sure?
Hold on, let me see.
Drag him out.
I'm gonna use my animal handling to manhandle this man. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, that's not gonna work.
I'll use my athletics to drop kick him out the door.
That works.
I mean, that's still a strength roll, so.
That's fine.
Are you adding modifiers to your strength rolls?
No, but I will now.
Yeah, because you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're.
No, but isn't
Supposed to do it on.
no? But if I use athletics, that's a strength modifier?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's either +2 or I can do. It's +2 regardless.
Yeah,
So it doesn't
it
matter.
will still fail. The other one still failed.
Yeah.
What is it?
14.
14.
Okay.
So 16.
So now you like, once you've gotten the initial shock of the smell and the weight out of your system, you finally like grab him and like with a hefty throw you toss him into the street, and he like poof lands on the pavement, or the dirt rather, and like since it's rained it's like muddy, and so like he splats onto the floor, and he's done. He's just like, you hear him like bartender's like, thank you.
All right. So
Yeah, you guys are out
Where
in
do
the
we go
street.
now?
The rain is now kind of dissipated a little bit and it's now a little more clear, but it's still night.
So we found out some information. We found out that there are zombies, skeletons, shadows, and gnolls in the forest. Everywhere is dangerous. Everywhere is a threat. So far, we haven't been able to discern, a safe path. So we're really winging it on this one in terms of that. There is a big, spiky creature of some sort. No one could give us information as to what.
Yeah.
But something to look out for.
It's underground.
I spoke with Indelf, the True Speaker. He gave me some information about the king and this mission. I'm a little apprehensive about his intentions. Number one, it seems like people in this town don't particularly like us, except for the small one. Number two, it seems like the king does want his daughter back, but not necessarily out of the goodness of his heart. There might be more going on here than we know of, and we should stay vigilant. They mentioned something about north to the kingdom. We get a better idea of what we're dealing with. There's also guards who may have seen something in the deep woods or have heard something. I think we should split up. 2 of us go to the kingdom, 2 of us go to the guards, and see what we can find. Meet back here at the tavern.
I think we should visit the library.
I agree. I think we should visit the library.
Maybe they know what that species is in the forest.
Okay, so now instead of the guards, we're gonna go to the library first.
And then we can do that.
Library.
Okay.
I agree.
So, library?
Yeah.
I feel that we should still send somebody to check out the kingdom. I'd be willing to go if anyone wants to come with me.
Nah, send the dwarf.
No.
Come on, small one. We all have a role to play.
No.
You will go. You are the stealthiest.
Fine. I will go
Go,
to the
dog.
kingdom.
Thank you. Good
And
boy.
perhaps the dwarf can talk to the guards. Save time. Since he's being so reluctant to go with me.
That's what I meant.
I still don't know what you are.
His arms are unnatural.
All right, so who's going where? What's the decision?
I'm gonna go to the kingdom. Those 2 are going to the library. And Angel, are you satisfied with going to the guards? You get your own storyline.
All right, so let's start with
Yeah.
you. Let's start with
Okay.
Azraeyil.
This guard's over here.
It's the forest, though.
Yeah, so
What do you want?
you start making your way down the main street path of this place, and as you're going, you see, looking around, there's buildings that are just falling apart, eaten away, but it looks to be burned marks, but it's not fire.
What happened here?
And as you're going down towards where you heard the kingdom gates are, you hear almost like a hard smacking sound, like a sharp, like ksh, ksh, ksh. And glancing down the road, you see what looks to be the front gates, but there's an entire wall of ice blocking the front gate and traveling down the wall, almost like a large line going through the various buildings. And you see knights at the door, like smacking with various hammers and stuff.
So they're molding the ice wall
No, they're trying
to destroy the
to
ice
break
wall.
it looks like.
I'll roll for acrobatics to get on top of one of the abandoned buildings. See if I can get more insight as to what's happening beyond the wall.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm rolling dex. It's a d20, I'm assuming, right?
Yep, it's always D20.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I'm learning. So.
Yeah, we're all new here. It's okay.
Then you add your acro modifier.
Yeah, your dex modifier.
So that's a 5, is that right?
Well, if you have, he's gonna fall from the
Oh,
side.
oh yeah.
Plus 5 acrobatics, so it's a 10.
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's 50-50.
So where are you going? Are you going onto an abandoned building, or are you trying
Yeah.
to climb the ice wall?
No, so like the ice wall is preoccupied with people there, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to get a vantage point on one of the abandoned buildings.
All right, which one?
Maybe where's the ice wall? Right here.
Yeah.
So let's say maybe this corner, like over here in the corner.
Okay. So you see like a
Did I
box.
scale it? Did I do it right?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you-
So we did go work it out. Cool. All right.
So you like glance up and there's like some boxes and crates on the side. You leap onto one of those and jump to the roof. You grab on with your claws, climb up, the shingles kind of give away a little bit, and you're like, oh, jeez. But you manage to like trudge your way up, and now you're on the.
I use my spikes on my wristbands to catch myself.
Yeah.
Lore.
So now you're on the roof.
Okay. What do I see?
Well, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Investigation or perception. Well, it's the same thing.
Okay, I'll do a perception check, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so then do a wisdom roll.
Wisdom roll. Which one is that? Still D20?
It's always d20.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just want to make sure it's
also
clarified.
check.
Just
You're good.
clarifying.
You're
I
good.
think its spells and attacks are different.
Yeah.
17.
17.
Okay. So you kind of have from where the building is. It's not as tall as what the ice wall is, but you can still see a little bit through. You're seeing this ice wall goes a long way. Like it's not like a man-made thing either. It's almost like it rained down from above and like went in a straight line through the kingdom.
Do you have a feet percentage? Like how wide it spans per feet?
It's about, let's say, 30 feet wide, and it looks like it's almost going like 150 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and you see, if you're looking inside the kingdom, you see that the ice wall in there has a lot more work happening on it. There's a lot more people hammering away at it, and it seems like probably within a day or two they'll probably clear it.
Okay.
Yeah, and looking inside, you actually see a difference in buildings. That instead of the kind of wooden rundown buildings outside, you're seeing a lot more sturdier stone buildings, ornate structures, and in the distance you see the kingdom's castle itself. And it almost looks, other than like one of the towers being broken down, it looks pretty good shape.
It seems like I may have to pay Indel another visit. Indolf, sorry.
Indo.
I'll get there. I'm sorry. We need like a names list so we stop fucking up so much.
Yeah. All right, is that all you want to look at?
I believe so. I don't want to get too close too soon.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to go to somewhere else? Someone else? Do you want to go to?
Let's go to the library.
All right. Let's see the library.
We'll try. Yeah. Let us attempt this.
So, you enter the building, and it's compared to the other buildings, it's a lot more in shape, like a lot more polished and well lit, and you see books lining the various walls. And you hear some footsteps, and this tall man comes out. He looks like a man. His body looks like a man, but the top of his head, you just see this skull. This long skull, some teeth, and glowing eyes, red eyes. He looks like he's had horns on his head at some point, but they've been recently shaven down. And in his hand is a book, and on his shoulder is a little red bird. And he comes down and he sees you. Oh, welcome to my shop. May I help you? Slams the door shut.
We keep seeking information. Perhaps about undead. Or necromantic magic.
Or me.
To study it or to fight it?
To fight it, not to study.
All right. Well, he like goes over to the walls and like looking through the different books, Well, there's a necromancy's home if you want to study the various spells. Goes that way. Goes down. A study of the undead. You trying to go into the deep woods?
Yes, we are.
Ah. My apprentice is in there right now.
Your apprentice's name?
He kind of pauses for a minute. I cannot say.
Strange that he is your apprentice, but you cannot speak his name.
You see, I am a mage. and she is a mage. And we are not from here.
And where are you from, librarian?
He like ponders for a minute. Not here. To be honest, I don't know where we are. But as long as we're here, we might as well do what we can.
Strange. Rat, is there anything you would like to ask?
Do you have any information on rat folk?
He like cocks his head a little bit, cocks back. Rat folk. I didn't know there was such a thing. He like goes over to a wall, kind of kneels down a little bit, going through the books. Well, I found one. He takes a book out, hands to you. The 86 positions of lovemaking of a rat folk.
What the hell is this?
Is this not what you want? It's about rat folk.
The history, please.
He kind of looks at the book, looks at you, looks at the book again. I mean, it's kind of history.
The strange man mocks you.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay. He like goes over to like a little desk in the corner, plops it down. That would be, let's see, 1 silver, 2 copper.
Okay.
All right, so you pay for the book.
Oh,
You now have the 86 positions of lovemaking for rat folk.
Well, I'm one step closer.
No. I did notice you had another book in your hands. I'm more interested in that now.
Yeah, he looks down at the book and kind of like tucks it behind him.
Can I roll?
don't think that's well.
No, I was gonna ask. Wait, continue.
That I don't think that's for you.
Can I roll an Arcana check, see if I know where it's from, or know anything? 'Cause
I don't know if maybe you should roll
Or
perception
has-
to see actually what. you
if I can
see-
even see the
yeah,
book, right?
Yeah, see if you can see the book
All right,
first.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah, I know, you-
I did not even see it.
Yeah, you briefly just saw like maybe like the side corner of it, and now it's behind him.
Right, sneak a look at the book, please.
You know I can hear you, right? And you see, like kind of eyes you now, and you see like the red eyes and skull kind of like stare at you. Listen, I am trying to be a good person. She told me to try to be a better person. So I would please ask you don't do anything uncivilized.
Can we speak to your apprentice?
They're in the deep woods.
She's in the deep woods. We can.
Yeah. He kind of like scratches his skull. You know, it doesn't look like a helmet. You think it's actually his head, and he like scratches the cheekbone, and he's like, "Well, I don't know where she is. I know she's in the. I know she wanted. To, and you see, he's kind of like muttering to himself, and he almost seems like it's like his demeanor is kind of changed, where he's not before he was kind of serious, and now he's almost like a child, like afraid, like lost his parent, sort of thing.
When was the last time you saw her?
It was a day ago, I believe. She was trying to deal with the spirits of the woods. Her familiar went with her, and I gave her the lantern, but she should have said something by now. She should have called back. She should have. And you see, like he's kind of shaking a little bit, and he's a little agitated.
Would you like us to see if we can find her?
He like flexes his fingers. That might be a tempting offer. If I went, she would get angry at me again. You have to understand, she is a very talented mage apprentice, but sometimes I feel like I have to step in. You know, I have to go and fix things, but she's supposed to be independent. I understand that, so I've given her chance to go out and do it on her own. So if you could, just at least check where she is. That would be most appreciated. I could do something in favor. That's what mages do. We do things in exchange. Perhaps some potions of sorts, perhaps some scrolls. We are well versed in magics, of course.
We will do the favor for you, and we will expect payment on return, whatever that may be.
And he like opens his mouth and you see like the teeth and like a tongue. Great. He's thinking about it. Appreciate. I appreciate. He like grabs your hands and you see his skin's almost as like dark, deep red, purplish, like long black fingernails, and he shakes your hand. Oh, you're very taps your hand. Solid. That's a very good word. Yes. Are you an insect? What are you?
That is no question I am willing to answer now. Perhaps when I return, we may speak further.
Very good. And like you see, he started kind of like he feels a little bit awkward now, and he's like slinking back into the corner. Well, if that's all you need, well, thank you for coming to the shop, and I hope please find her, please. And he like kind of goes down and like goes back to his book, and is pointedly ignoring you now.
So, the favor that we should ask for is to take a glance at that book.
They don't even know about the book though, right? Because
We know he has.
He knows
it.
he has a
He
book,
has
but he doesn't know
a-
what the book is.
That's why we're gonna do the favor first, and then decide on the terms later.
Who knows what we might find out from the apprentice?
That's what I'm saying.
That's also true.
All right, so unless you want to do something else, I think.
No, that's it.
All right, on to
Angel's character.
Angel. Where are you? I can't see you from here.
He's hiding.
Was Angel talking to the guards?
Oh, he's talking to the guards. Well,
Or those guards or these guards?
the other guards.
The other guards.
Said
The deep ones.
Oh.
So, briefly realizing his mistake and seeing that Plo is on the roof near him, he's like, oh, God. Runs to the other side of the district to the other guards. So, you head to... you head to the other guards at the gate. There's two of them, and they're almost kind of bickering with each other right now. And as you draw closer, you're kind of hearing a conversation. There's one on the right with a sword and a shield, and he's like, "Man, what are you talking about? What you saw, you probably just your fear was talking." And the other guy with a crossbow, he's kind of a lot more like, he's a little more thin, like looks like kind of like a greenhorn of a guard's duty, and he's like, no, you don't understand. Like it was big and like it had like this crazy fur, I guess, and like the big eyes and like horrible noise. Oh my God, like it's something out there, man. And as you approach, they kind of glance over at you, and the one with the shield steps forward and it's like, "May I help you?"
What was it that you guys were talking about?
He rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He's new to this. He's not really seen the deep woods. And then you see the other guy comes in. He's like, no. I saw what I saw. There's something out there.
What did you see?
Ugh, I don't. It was big, whatever it was. And made these ungodly noises. For a moment, I thought it looked like a bird or something, but it seemed too big for a bird. And the eyes were... Ugh. I don't think birds have those eyes. The shield guard, like, pushes him a little bit, and it is, like I said, crazy. The stress has gone to him. Don't worry. Don't heed it to mind. Are you exiting the city? Do you wish to go?
No, I wish to know more about what you guys were talking about. I don't believe he's crazy.
Well, suit yourself. The guard kind of like goes back to the side of the gate. The guard with the shield goes back to the gate, and the guard with the crossbow kind of like looks at you thankfully, like, "Oh, thank you." Like I mean, it was dark, so it was kind of hard to see everything, but All I know was it was big. It was able to move really fast. And it had two big glowing eyes, yellow eyes, that I think it saw me at some point. And I saw it and I just felt the most intense fear I've ever known in my life.
Where did you see this, huh?
It was on my rounds outside near the deep woods. It was only for a brief moment. I was just walking by the perimeter and a curious glance into the tree lines and I saw this thing move. And it was there for a moment and then it disappeared deeper into the woods.
Was it flying or on land?
He's like pondering. He's trying to think. I think it seemed to. He like ponders for a minute. The weird thing was, it was low to the ground, so I thought at first it was running. But now that you've asked that, I realized it didn't make a noise when it moved.
Not a single noise?
No, there weren't footsteps.
What about wind?
Not even. It was quiet.
Have you seen any other animals nearby? Or anything nearby?
I think I saw a couple squirrels today. That was the lighter part of my day. Not a whole lot of animals around here, though. The monsters, I think, of the woods kind of scared everything off. It's hard to find a normal creature these days.
Is there anything else you could tell me before I leave?
Pete, yeah, stay clear of that crazy place. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell's in there, but I'm staying right here by the gate. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, safe travels. The other guard, like, kind of has been staring at you, and he's like, oh my god, like...
You're not leaving, bro. We have to regroup at the tavern.
Alright, so y'all regrouping back at the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so from your various places, you've convened back at the tavern. Oswin is still on the floor, passed out. You see now the tavern's actually closed.
So this is what I found out. When I went over to the kingdom outskirts, I noticed that all the buildings, all the town was completely abandoned, broken down. Seemed almost burned, but not quite scorched at the same time. Something nefarious definitely happened here. Also, I went on top and scaled one of the buildings. I noticed that there is a giant wall, somewhat around 100 feet in scope, that is being drilled upon by knights and other peasants. Within the city, within the kingdom halls, it seems like everything's normal. There's a section broken down that seems like perhaps that's where the princess was taken with the dragon. But everything's rich and glorious. Something's going on here. It's not right. We should definitely keep an eye on this and make sure we move vigilantly.
No one in this town seems quite right.
What did you find out at the library?
I found out he's a strange man.
No
With
information?
With a skull head,
We may be able to get information
but at a price.
in exchange for a favor.
What was the favor?
We just gotta check up on his apprentice.
But she's in the deep woods.
Okay,
So
We gotta go with
we
it
have no
anyway.
choice.
Okay, so we need to go into the deep woods. We need to find his apprentice, return, gather that information. Small one, what did you find out from the guards?
That there's a monster nearby, and that he thinks. Why did it say that? There's a monster nearby that he's seen in the outskirts of the forest. He said he couldn't hear it, but he saw it.
And what did it look like?
He said it was just really big.
no other defining features.
That's it.
Is there any other preparation that we can make?
What's over here?
That is a forge, though you can kind of see it from where you are now. You can see almost half of it has been caved in with some sort of burn damage. But again, like Plo said, not fire quite. It's like something else burned through it.
Should we go to the forge and see what caused that? See if we can get any information.
Go to the forge.
Wait, can anyone investigate the burns deeper? Does anyone have any relevant skills?
That's a good question.
That should be probably a investigation
Yeah.
check.
See if there's anything else about it that we can discern.
I mean, you can all roll for investigation.
Oh, I have a +4 investigation modifier, so we should probably look at that. I'll do that.
Again, all of you can roll if you want.
All right, I'll roll.
5. +1.
7.
4.
4. Yeah, we're getting
Angel roll.
1.
So what? 5, 1,
4.
4.
7. Hold on, I need to write that down.
7 and 1.
5, 4, 1, 7. That's it.
What, do you have any modifiers on you guys?
+1.
I mean, I have a +4, so technically it's I got an 11,
Okay.
but
Well, yeah. Majority of you cannot really tell. You can tell there's a little bit. You can see almost that the burns weren't like how fire burns. It's almost like it was eaten away at by something.
Simon, why don't you take the small one and talk to the guard again? See if you can find out any more information. I wish to speak to this librarian and see if I can find more information about this apprentice.
I'll go with you.
Very well. I still don't know where you are.
No,
Neither do I.
I think you should go alone. You should try to catch a sneak of the bug then.
Yeah, perhaps I can.
Oh, I mean,
Good
we're gonna
idea.
probably. I don't know.
Why don't you stay with Simon? I'll go alone.
Do you have?
Fine.
Do you have any nature relevant abilities?
What do you
Like,
mean?
you have proficiency in like nature or whatever.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want to take 5 after the bathroom? I'm so
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's just take 5.
Alrighty. So, what's... I hope the camera caught that.
3, 2, 1. Heiko. Sink.
Alright, so, what do you guys do? Where do you want to go?
I'm going to the library.
Okay.
Us 3 will go to the guards.
The guard at the
At the, yep.
outer gate. Okay. Alright, so, Plo, would you guys like to go your first?
How about I go second
Okay.
this time?
So, Nastur, Simon, and Ulrich go to. Oh my god. Alright, hang on. This is why I didn't want you here. Oh shit.
What are we gonna say?
Yeah, decide now why I'm doing this.
Listen, our friend here was trying to get some information, but he's
Why are
kinda
we going
dumb.
back? There's no reason to go back. There's really not. He literally just told us it was a big monster. That it didn't make any noise. That's it.
Well, maybe they have other questions that they can ask to pry out information, you know? It's always good. We have to go that way anyway, so,
So
I'll just
then
meet you
they
guys
should have just
there.
came in the beginning. Why was the point of asking me by myself?
We expect you to do better.
That was all he gave me.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
keep asking him. I think it's just a waste of time to keep talking to them. He literally had no.
Then what do you
information.
want to do, Ulrich?
Maybe over here.
Who do you want to talk to then?
Let's go into
Nobody.
the forge.
Alright, I want to remind you guys it's in the middle of the night.
Oh,
How about we just wait outside for Jacob's solo mission?
All right.
Fine, so I guess I'm talking to the library.
Okay, so all you just standing outside?
Yep.
Okay. So you all stand in as Plo goes in to the library alone. It's a bit darker now. Some of the lights have been turned off.
Luckily, I have dark vision.
Yeah. And by the little small desk, you see the shopkeeper, and He's kind of cradling a little red bird in his hands, and he's kind of just staring at it.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the main librarian here.
He like perks up. Well, I am he. And the bird kind of flies back to his shoulder, and he stands up, dusts off his suit.
My name is Plo, and you are?
I am the mage.
Okay, the mage. You've spoken to my colleagues recently and made a deal with them to find your apprentice. I'm looking for more information about her and what we can expect.
And you're with these people.
Unfortunately.
Roll a persuasion check.
Getting these low rolls.
No, oh
Really?
my god.
Hold on.
Do you have a?
8 plus. What would that be?
That would be under charisma.
That's
Oh,
not
close
funny.
to dub, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not looking good.
I'm -1 charisma. Look into my eyes.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work against a guy who has a skull for a face.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah, he's very wary of you, and it seems like you're not sure if it's something you did or if there was something that he's experienced that's causing this wariness. But he's like, how do I know you're with these people?
One of them is named Simon. He sounds kind of strange, like robotic, and he has hard skin.
Oh, he had hard skin. Yes, he like taps his hands.
He's very touchy about that.
Yes, I didn't mean offense to that one. All right. What do you want to know?
What was your apprentice doing in the deep woods?
Well, we mages are attuned with nature. We often exchange dealings with fays.
Cut to the chase, please.
He's now like glaring you down, and he's giving you the eye through like the little pinpricks.
I don't have all day, sir.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but it's better to leave in the night. I don't want to waste time, but we do need this information. The more you can give me, the best way and the easiest way we can find her.
So be it. She was trying to dispel evil spirits haunting the woods. You might recognize them as shadowy figures. It was supposed to be easy. I gave her an item that would enable her to do it easily, but something I think has gone wrong.
You mentioned to them that you found her to be rather incapable on her own. Why did you send her away then?
You see him, he like kind of scratches his chin, his jawbone, and he like kind of awkwardly looks aside. Well, I mean, she is a talented mage. It's just I don't want anything to happen.
But you know that the woods are dangerous. Everyone in town has been talking about it. How barely anyone makes it back.
Well, it's not like I haven't tried to stop her from doing dangerous things before. We have a little bit of a history with that.
What is your business with the shadows? Why do you want them gone?
They're just an evil, festering force in the forest, damaging all life within. It's probably best for everything around it to get rid of them.
Are you not just a librarian? A mage? Did the king send you to do this?
I have no allegiance to the king.
Yet you're in his kingdom.
Not on purpose. I don't really know how I got here, or how we both got here. It just seems to have just happened.
There's a mysterious creature we've been hearing about. One that's big, spiky, and on the outskirts of the town. What do you know of this?
Big and spiky. He kind of like pauses for a moment, and goes to a nearby shelf and pulls out a tome. He flips through. It's going. Big and spiky, you said?
That's correct.
Is it any other things you can give me?
Unfortunately, that's all we can find out for now.
Well, from what I can gather, this creature might be an Ankeg.
And what type of creature is this? What do you know?
A large insect that burrows underground, feasts on meat, and, well, has a nasty case of acid that I can spare its opponents.
Do you have a bestiary here? I'd like to get more familiar with my surroundings.
He holds up the bestiary. Well, you can pay for it.
Aren't we doing enough for you? Don't you want your apprentice back? This would help.
He, like, twiddles his fingers on the book, like, awkwardly.
I'll return it to you once I'm done. No harm, no foul. And in the event that we lose it, at that point in time, I will pay you double.
You see him, like, clack his jaw together. All right. He hands you the book gingerly.
Thank you.
You go to grab the book, but right as you grab it, the other hand comes out and grabs you on the, like, chest, and he pulls you in close. But listen, if you so much as bring a harm on a single hair of her head, I will rain down the thorns of hell onto all of you.
As far as I can tell, librarian, the only danger here may be you. We'll talk soon. Very soon.
He lets go. Oh, have a good one. And he goes back to the corner and sits.
I'll exit the library now.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have the bestiary, maybe we can see. Because you asked about big and spiky, but what about can't hear it when it moves?
It's true. It seems like there may be two creatures here. One that the guard was telling the small one, and the one that we learned about from Oswin.
Yeah, Oswin.
Oh, Oswin the Knight, yeah.
I think they're two different creatures. One is buried underground, and one is in the outskirts of the forest,
Either they're in the air
or on the ground.
Hmm.
I've heard rumors on my way here that there are such creatures called owl bears. Perhaps they fly and are also grounded. I'm not sure what they look like or what they do, but there are inklings of them, and it does seem to fit the mold.
Open the bestiary, see if we can learn any more.
All right.
Any notable weaknesses?
So let's see. Do a what would this be under?
History.
I guess nature under intelligence.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe nature.
Yeah.
Or something.
Why don't you roll, Simon?
All right.
8 plus 2, so
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay, so you flip through the bestiary and you do find an owl bear entry. What you can read from it is that they tend to be solitary creatures, and they're not necessarily evil, but they're not necessarily good.
May I see the book?
You can roll for it.
Nat 20.
What?
Nat 20.
Well, in that case, all right.
Good job, Nasher.
Do you want me to just hand you the book? You want me to just
The rat is quite intelligent.
let's see.
What are you looking for, Nasher?
Anything on rat folks or rats?
Wait, you leave for rat stuff?
And a bestiary.
Okay.
Is this really the time to be thinking about you?
No, Owlbear, please.
Decide
Okay,
now.
fine. Owlbear.
Owlbear? Okay. So,
we can find out about your past later.
Alright, what do you want to know?
Her weaknesses.
They don't have any noticeable weaknesses. They have a keen sight and smell. They have dark vision. Anything else you want? What do you want to?
Locations?
Yeah, where do they reside?
Usually in a cave or something like that, surrounded by bushes and trees and rocks.
If they reside in caves, why would they be in the outskirts of the forest? Perhaps it's not an owlbear at all.
Guess we'll see.
I guess you'll see.
For now, I'm not so sure that we should set out. It's dark. Only I and Nasher have dark vision.
The potential Owlbear.
The
That's
potential
awesome.
owlbear can see us from a mile away. It might be good to set up camp, maybe on the outskirts near the gate, and set off in the early morning.
I agree.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Alrighty, so with that in mind, you go past the front gate. The guards kind of like give you a nod as you walk by, and you head to. In front of the town is a little kind of small valley of sorts, some grasslands, and right beyond is the deep woods. So you decide to make your camp right there in the valley?
That's correct.
Okay. So, you guys can get a full rest, though you guys didn't really do any spells or anything.
We didn't lose any health or anything.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to do during this time before you sleep?
I love to look for nearby herbs.
Okay. Where are you looking?
In the general area.
Of the valley?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a. I guess this will be a medicine because it's herbs, right?
Either
Yeah.
medicine
Medicine or nature, either
Or
one.
survival.
Survival, okay.
Okay. So what? Regardless, a wisdom roll.
Yeah.
Wisdom, okay.
Not 20.
No, dang,
Oh.
nice.
Jesus.
All right, so you're scouring through these this valley area, and you do find some herbs. Those herbs, I will tell you in just a second. Can you tell we're prepared for
Didn't
this?
know you were gonna just not 20.
I was hoping you were going to feel that.
Wisdom is my highest,
Yeah.
so I had a proficiency in it.
Okay. Yeah. You find. You find 2 gillyweed.
Okay.
Sure, that sounds right.
2.
And you find a. Where is it? You find some morning dew. Because it's already pretty late.
I wish to have a conversation with Simon.
Okay.
How much morning dew?
1.
Just one.
Just 1.
Only one morning dew, huh?
Okay, 2 gillyweed.
Okay. I need to get like a dedicated herb list now. I
Yeah.
foresee this being a problem.
I like to roll a perception check to see if I can scope out what he does.
On Simon?
Yeah,
All right.
You're doing something to Simon?
I am.
He is.
All right, so I'm gonna roll. What is it?
8.
No.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Oh, it's an 8.
Yep, that's an 8.
Plus what? Perception?
Yeah.
-1, so it's a 7.
Big fail.
Damn, again.
You
Big
does
fail.
not see me.
What are you trying to?
I just want to make a deal with him.
Okay. Well, I mean, what are you like trying to look for?
I was trying to see if I can just like pretty much say like, oh, I see that you build things or you can make things.
Okay, so you see him. He is a robot of some sort, and he is metal. That is your perception.
That's a bad perception.
What are you
Simon.
looking at?
Simon, what do you do? What is your purpose here?
My purpose is none of your concern.
Okay, so what do you do? What are your abilities?
I can make things.
You can make things.
I can make things better.
And what do you use to make things?
What do I use? Tools. Any tool in my possession. I can use anything from artisan tools to tinker tools to thieves tools.
And what do you want?
What do I want? Money.
Money. How about this, Simon? I like to make a deal with you. As it so happens, I'm good at stealing money and taking money. If I give you such things, I'd like you to make things for me, to make my job easier here.
Okay. I want half of your GP from all rewards from this point onwards then.
And I can, anything I request, you'll make for me.
Anything within my power that you request, I will.
I'm just gonna ask now. Is this a secret conversation?
No.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Well, yeah,
I overheard that.
Yeah.
You want to roll?
No, you could roll for it.
You want to roll a stealth roll on this conversation?
Who, me?
Both of you.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
roll a stealth roll.
Oh yeah, me too. 7. And I'm pretty sure I have a 0 and yeah, just a 7. 18.
Plus, I have plus 5 in stealth.
Okay. So I'm gonna say mostly they can't hear what's going on. It's just maybe some mumbles here and there.
Well,
But
he's collecting shit, and I don't.
Yeah.
He's looking at the Kama Sutra probably.
Yeah.
I've done that.
My
Yeah.
book. I'm reading
both
the
of them
book,
do
but-
not really pay you much mind.
We have a deal, Simon.
A deal it is.
All right.
Let me write that down.
Simon, also tell me when you want things stolen, and I will go and steal them for you.
Alrighty. Shall you rest now?
We rest, I believe.
Okay.
I enter sentry mode.
So the night finally passes, the sun comes over the horizon on the valley, and you see the valley almost kind of looks beautiful. It's like the sunlight's shimmering through the grasses, not glasses. And you see the deep woods is still almost has this shadowiness to it. Like it's still almost dark. Not quite night, but like the tree covering is doing a lot of shade still. And then, yeah, you hear some more busyness throughout the town, but it's still not quite as bustling as you would think a normal town would be.
Alright.
Do you guys?
So this is morning, huh?
So there's 2 options we have here. We can go back into the town, maybe all investigate the kingdom area, talk to the knights who are working on the ice cap, and see if we can find out what happened and why the scorched areas exist in the first place. Or we can push on, enter the deep wood, and try to find the mage's apprentice.
I think we should at least enter and give. Wait, which herbs did the old man request?
You don't know yet.
So that doesn't help.
Mm-mm.
He made a list, but
He said he would make a list, but he hasn't given it to us.
Mm. What do we do? Do we push on?
I had to shit again. Take 5. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Mike's like, what?
What just happened?
I'm so sorry.
We have a code brown.
I wasn't.
Jeez.
I was gonna say we should use
talk
our
about
skills
it,
to
you
expect
let me know.
the beginning of the forest.
Code
So while
brown.
Plo takes a huge dump off in the trees.
Yeah, he's over here somewhere.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Listen. What? I mean,
I want to have a conversation with Simon.
Okay.
You want to make another deal?
I
Give me
saw-
all your money. I'd love to.
I saw you and Plo talking last night, although
Did
I
you?
couldn't hear about what. So, if there's some kind of deal going on, I want in.
There is no deal. Just give me your money.
Roll a deception check.
3.
So you can clearly tell there's not quite a truth there.
You suck at lying.
Excuse my lack of human qualities. All right. So there was a deal. About what I won't tell you.
Okay. Well, if you let me in on this deal, I will pay you double what Plo offered you.
No, that's everything.
Double?
Give you all my gold.
That's everything.
I mean, you can.
I mean,
All I need is weapons.
give me 1 second.
By the way, can you open the door? Because I need my cat's trying to get out.
Yeah. If you give me all of your gold, sure. I will help you.
Alright, deal.
Hey, DarkMaestro here. While we're on this break, I want to give a shout out to Silver Raven's Mercenary Company, 3D Dungeon Labs, and Metamorphic Mini. They each have excellent 3D printed miniatures, amazing customer service, and quick delivery times. You can check out their Etsy pages in the description below. Now then, let's get back to the show. Currency, Jesus Christ.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's time we should have talked about it before.
Oh,
What is happening?
Who is
We were trying to find out money.
Who is that? You don't even know. We don't know.
Yeah, I just put it on the board.
Oh,
People have
shit.
moved, by the way, also.
I see.
There's also this person and the forge we haven't visited.
So,
Yeah, what is this?
are we going back into town essentially?
Record.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, what are you guys doing? Are you going into Deep Woods or you go back into town?
We might as well go back in the
Let's go back
town.
in town.
Yeah.
please.
Let's go back in town, find out more information.
At least from the people we haven't spoke to yet, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go past the guards. They kind of are just standing there, not really minding you anymore. You walk by the tavern, and it's open, but really, like,
It's early.
it's early, so no one's in there. Where are you guys going?
I think we should investigate closer towards the kingdom.
We should do the forge.
We should go
It's
to
there.
the forge.
Yeah, let's visit.
Let's go in a line then. We'll go to the forge first.
Yeah.
Or we could split up.
No splitting up.
So you guys head to the forge, and it looks like you seen yesterday. It's still now in broad daylight. You can see the roofing has caved in on the back half of it, and even though the chimney is managed to stay up, there's no smoke coming out. So it looks like it's not currently in use.
Is there anyone there?
Roll a perception check.
Odin, please.
Odin, please.
By Odin's beard.
3.
No, that's not 3. It's 19.
It's 19.
Oh, I was like,
It's 16 or 19?
No,
Alright.
It was 19.
you hear something rummaging on the inside, and through the kind of broken wood frames, you see a kind of woman figure going by, like sneaking in the shop.
Hello, is anyone there?
The person freezes.
Hello?
There's no movement.
We're not here to harm you. We solely seek information. We're warriors for the king.
One of the wood boards crack open, and she jumps out the window here, and she's moving now this way.
Chase her.
Chase her, let's chase her.
All right.
Yeah, who's got the highest athletics?
I think we were gonna go.
It's
You should both go.
Yeah, we'll both run after her.
Athletics.
Roll athletics.
Athletics. Yeah, I have +2.
19. 14 plus
14. 14 plus 2.
so 16 and a 19.
Yeah, so you guys run around a corner and you still catch her like just getting out of the window and she's moving this way. She sees you guys coming and now she runs past where you see Ilton is, kind of ducks behind him.
Acrobatics check to do a double backflip behind him.
All right, go ahead.
He's gonna handspring double backflip.
What is that?
It's a 6.
You naked.
No,
It's not.
I charge straight into both of
It's a
them.
9. It's a 9. So it's 9 plus it was an acrobatics plus 5, so it's 14.
Okay. 14.
14.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's kind of.
you run forward. You're gonna have to move a piece for me.
Yeah.
You
go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you run forward, and as you run, you launch yourself to the ground. Your hands push off, flip in the air, and you land not quite in front of her, but like to the side. And like you kind of like stumble a little bit.
Yeah.
And now she's like, oh! And she shoves Ilton kind of in front of her.
Move.
Ilton's like, oh,
Russian.
oh, you want to do yours?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Tackle them
Are you
both?
tackling?
I was just gonna tackle her.
All right.
He comes
Try.
straight. Now. You fall back.
Yeah. So you brace yourself. You go charge forward, but the ground's a little bit wet from yesterday still, and the morning dew, and you just slip and just eat it on the floor.
All
We
right.
just want information. Please wait.
She's got an axe, and she's like holding it past Ilton at you. She's like, "Stay away from me. You said you worked with the king. Get away from me."
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that? Who are you?
Listen, we're mercenaries. We heard the assignment to recover the princess from the dragon. We're just trying to gather information to make this journey as easy as possible. What can you tell us? And why are you scared of the king?
What? She kind of like looks at the forge, and she's like, "Why do you think? Like we were just stealing from the place?"
So you're a thief?
Yeah. Aren't you?
No.
She kind of she sees like her argument's kind of deflated, and she like now holds the axe to Ilton and it's like, "Listen, I'm just trying to survive. Let me go. We forget this all happened. This man can live, and that's it. We never saw each other."
I'll let you go if you tell us why you're scared of the king. Otherwise,
You just want to know why I'm scared. That's it.
Just why you're scared and what you stole.
It's not like there's much to steal. Everything's ruined around here, and who knows where the Forge Master went. Listen, it's just we stole things, and even though the guard is in a messy state right now, doesn't mean I want to deal with that. Especially, she kind of like looks over it, especially because she's here.
Listen, I don't care what you do, but why are you scared of the king? And who are you referring to when you say she?
Well, the king, firstly, is the power around here. What he says goes. And he's not exactly she's now kind of like put the axe a little bit down in a little more relaxed state. He likes throwing his weight around. And we have to suffer for it usually.
Seems a little bit more than that to be that terrified.
was gonna say, can we just move into the during this conversation? We moved.
She like sees you guys. Who are they?
Hey, pick me up.
Don't worry about them. They're friends of mine. Continue with what you were saying.
She like kind of.
They won't harm you. As long as you tell us what we need to know.
She sees it.
Roll persuasion. Roll persuasion. What is that? 11.
You got any modifiers?
What would you said? Persuasion? Charisma.
Yeah.
So that's -2.
Yeah, you're really.
Persuasion is -1.
So it's
Okay, 10.
It's 10.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else can chime
That's a
in.
50-50 right there.
Yeah, she's a little worried. She's still a little bit wary of you, guys.
Don't you have deception?
Yeah.
Try to reinforce his argument that we won't do anything.
Yeah, you want to roll persuasion?
Yeah, I will.
Always, yeah.
Trust me.
7. Nope.
Any modifiers?
This is a 9.
I mean, I think he's proficient in deception, so
+3.
it's still a 10. That's the
Yeah,
same,
it's still wary.
yeah. We all try.
Angel with 0 charisma.
Not good, I'll tell you
A
that.
black hole.
But I can roll.
We already saw what that did last time.
Yeah.
That's alright. And he does it anyway.
What are you rolling for persuasion as well? Are we all trying to
It's
persuade?
6. That's so bad.
Yeah.
She's
Like,
getting.
yeah, she's getting more concerned now. Like, the
Listen.
axe is like shaking a little bit. She's like,
Listen. Just tell us who she is, and we'll leave.
that's it.
That's it. Just tell us who she is.
She like waits a moment, kind of looks around at everyone. All right, but they stay back where they are.
Guys, stay where you are. Don't come any closer.
Okay.
She kind of like lowers the axe a little bit, axe a little bit. I'm talking about the warrior captain, the right hand of the king, or his royal bodyguard, Bjornwyn.
Why are you scared of her?
She's tough.
You said that she's here.
Yeah, she usually stays in the inner walls, but occasionally she makes her rounds in our district area. And I guess today's one of those days I really should have checked.
Perhaps we should speak to this Bjorwyn.
Bjornwyn.
Yeah, Bjorwyn. Right?
Bjornwyn.
Oh, Bjorwyn. Excuse me. Bjorwyn. Thank you for your time,
Well,
thief.
She like
the
shoves
woman alone.
she shoves Ilton towards you guys and books it off into the
Right,
side
that's
street. Yeah. Ilton kind of like staggers and like gets up. Huh. That was a little bit tricky. Thanks, I guess.
Oh god.
How you guys doing? Having fun in the town?
I mean, anyone could talk to him.
You're right in front of him.
Yeah, we're like down the alley.
Basically talking to me.
He's just talking.
And what is his name again?
Ilton Dyers.
Ilton. Ilton, what can you tell me about Bjorwyn?
Bjornwyn. Oh, the brick house? Yeah, she's a big old woman. Got a big old hammer. All justice and stuff.
Is thievery common in this place?
Well, now it is. I mean, look around. There's not exactly anyone stopping it.
What happened here? Why is it like this? And what's going on?
I thought you were
Within-
smart. What do you
Forget this man.
What do you think happened? Big scaly wings. Very angry.
The dragon did this.
Congratulations! And he's like sarcastically clapping his hands.
Careful. Careful now.
I'm shaking my head in the distance.
Unless you want to lose that hand.
He's giving you a cheerful smile in return. Don't worry about it. I'm just teasing you. Oh yeah, she's the head guard.
can't deal with you anymore. I'll see you later.
All right, come by anytime. I'm around. And he like kind of like swaggers off into the
Into the ether.
into the ether. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So, it seems like the right hand to the king is where I was recently yesterday. Maybe we should check it out, see if we can speak to her. She's the closest thing we have to the king right now. She might be able to give us more information.
We should get a feel for her, if she is crazy.
So why don't we go?
Let's
All right. So you guys begin heading to the kingdom's gates.
go this way so we can talk to her on the way.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
If you want to. So you're going down that path. Yeah, you see this. You're not sure if it's a woman or a man. They have kind of like a shawl over their face, so it's kind of hard to tell. They're currently like poking through some of the wreckage of this house, like looking for stuff.
Another looter, probably. Is it even worth it?
You never know. We got information from the last one. Might as well investigate.
That is true. I can't trust anyone for intimidation.
Or you want to?
Look into my eyes.
Do you have like what's on that? Like, is there a Constitution save on that, or is it like?
What, on the haunted one thing?
Yeah, because I feel like you can't just be like look into my eyes. I'm a Ghost
like
Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Look
Yeah.
into my eyes.
So it says those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend to you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you, unless you have shown to be a danger to them. They will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. So it just happens. It's just
Yeah,
a thing.
we'll see on circumstance. on that one. I
I'll,
feel,
I'll keep rolling for it. I don't care.
yeah, because
That's
I'm
a
like
fair. That's a fair set.
just run at people. Look into my eyes.
Penance.
So I'm doing that though. So do you want
Right
me-
now?
Yeah.
On who?
On this person.
Yeah, so you go up to this person. Again, you can't really tell who they are.
Yeah.
They turn to you, and you are like a good head higher than they are. Even though it doesn't really show on the figures, but you imagine. And they kind of like back away a little bit. What's up? What do you want?
Look into my eyes.
I am.
I'm looking for information. What can you tell us about Bjorwin and what happened here?
Oh, she like relaxes a little bit. Oh, Bjorn is a saint. She's probably the only one of a kingdom who gives a damn about us.
So she's great, huh?
I've been hearing bad things about the king from the commoners.
Yeah, no shit.
If Bjorwin is so good, why does she stay with him?
We all have our troubles in life, decisions that have made us on these paths that we can't change. I guess she's one of them.
Why did the dragon attack the town? What was it after?
I don't know. That would have been a really good question. If I would have known, it would have been probably save my house. And she would gestures to the wreckage in front of her.
Do you know anything about the deep woods and what to expect there?
I mean, I tried going in there for some games sometime, but it's very hard to find normal animals these days. It's all just grotesque creatures.
How did you make it out alive? We've been hearing that most people don't.
Oh, I don't go too deep in. I stay right on the border. As long as I can still see the valley outside, I know it's safe.
Is there anything else that you think we might need to know? We're trying to rescue the princess.
Oh, bless your hearts. You guys are good ones. Well, I will say, because of how shaded the deep wood is that it does get pretty cold at the night. So make sure you have enough material for a fire.
Thank you for your time.
All right, good luck. And she goes back and she's kind of like poking the wreckage again.
All right. Seems like there wasn't much information to gain from her, but they do believe that Bjorn, excuse me, is a good person. So perhaps she would be open to speaking to us.
Let us speak to her.
All right,
Let's
so you
move.
guys start. Yep, you guys start heading towards the main gate, and as you draw closer, you're hearing kind of yelling back and forth, and you see some of the guards from yesterday, along with a new troop with more kind of heavily guarded knights, and a like big woman, and she has this huge hammer resting on her shoulder. She's adorned in sort of kind of this reddish armor, a very dark complexion. Her hair has these red streaks in it, and she looks visibly pissed. And looks like she's chewing out these guards.
I quiver in fear.
Someone should try to listen in.
Yeah.
Do a stealth check to sneak into a corner and eavesdrop.
Yeah, you could do that. You want to roll?
I'll go for it too.
Yeah, I'm not stealthy enough for that shit.
Go first, man.
16.
Okay.
That's good enough.
19.
Oh, okay, good.
So
So where you guys want to go to?
Let's sneak in this corner.
yeah, fine.
Okay. So you and
Nasher.
sneak around the building to the other side, and you start easing in on her conversation, and you hear a male voice like, "Listen, we're just trying to follow orders. You know, the king wanted to get that section cleared first." And you hear almost this poof sound of something heavy landing on the floor. And you want to peek?
Yes.
You peek around and you see the hammer has landed on the concrete. And she's like put it down, and it started creating cracks in the floor. These people, she goes to him and like grabs him with one free hand. These people are suffering, and you are worried about what the hell is going on in there? How about we deal with this first? And the guard's like, I didn't want to. And she like tosses him a little bit, and he kind of lands against the wall. God! And she like picks up the hammer again. Just hurry up with the gate. We need to get support to these people as soon as possible. And the rest of the guards kind of nod their heads and like, yes, ma'am. Yeah, and now she's kind of beginning to walk. Where are you? She's kind of beginning to walk this way.
So she's going to encounter them two.
She
Because we
sees.
snuck past.
Yeah, she sees the two of you in the middle of the road, and she kind of gives you a glance and a little bit of a head tilt, but she doesn't actually go up to you.
Acrobatics check to follow building up top on the roofs.
Okay. Doing a lot of rolls.
What are you gonna diving striker from like the top of the
Dive kick.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay.
14.
Plus 5, so I have a
14.
I have plus 5
All right.
in acrobatics.
But yeah, so you
We're following up on the rooftop.
you grab Naster, you kind of throw him up, gets up there, he jumps up, you grab his hand, you're both on the roof now. Alright?
So we can listen in the conversation, but we're not present within the conversation. It's just to continue to do the eavesdropping, pretty much.
Okay. Well, for the moment, you only really kind of hear her muttering a little bit, just like, oh my god, useless.
But I have big ears, right? Don't I have like keen senses for stuff like that?
Yeah, but like she's not really saying anything important, sort of thing. She's just kind of complaining, and she is continuing to move this way.
Shall we talk to her?
You
Well,
should come off the roof first of all.
I should come off the roof. All right,
Yeah.
Acrobatics to do this triple.
Just jump down.
You're just making it harder for yourself.
Acrobatics to jump and land perfectly.
Okay. is this a stealthy land or you are okay?
This is a stealthy land.
Okay.
All right. So is this for Dex or is
This
this
is
acrobatics?
double check.
double check.
This is dexterity.
All right, so I'll do Dex roll.
11.
11 and my
11.
would this be stealth?
Ooh, raw dex, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly raw dex, I think.
Raw Dex. So if it's raw Dex, then I get a +5.
Okay, so you
16.
you gracefully jump off and kind of like land, and you don't you make some sound, but not enough that she's really noticing.
What about you? You're still on the roof.
Yep. I'm gonna do a triple cork off the side.
Oh my.
You want to roll?
Roll for triple cork.
You might die here.
Come on.
Snaps his neck.
That one, he's dead.
If he, oh yeah.
That'd be fun, like a Suicide Squad moment.
I thought you got the one. So
You're gonna take damage coming down.
you see Plo's cool ass move, and you're like, damn, I want to do something like that.
Hell yeah.
You leap in the air, and you kind of realize halfway through up, you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and you kind of just poof onto the floor. That causes the Bjorwin and the guards to turn around, and like, what the heck? And she now sees all of you.
Great.
Who are
That's
you?
my plan all along.
It's on the floor.
I go up to her and I tell her we're the new mercenaries hired by the kingdom.
How close do you get to her?
Couple feet.
So you get
close enough to talk to her.
okay. Yeah, like you get there, and the guards kind of like start moving
Manny's still on the floor.
in front of her.
Or Nasher, rather.
Do I know you? Who are you?
No, you don't. I am Ulrich. I was hired by the kingdom to find the princess. We've came here to talk to you, ask you some questions.
A look of recognition comes across her face. Oh, you guys are the new ones.
Yes.
Yeah. Oswin was a mess. I hope you guys can do better. Well, she like puts the hammer down, puffs out her chest. I am Bjorwin. What can I help you with?
Just have a few questions. First one being, what have you noticed around the forest lately?
I don't really go into the forest. I kind of usually, I'm resonated here in the kingdom.
Where were you when the princess was taken?
And you kind of, her face changes a little bit, and you kind of see the sadness. That was not close enough. I was in the lower barracks area, and I tried running as fast as I could, but it was too late.
Is there any information about the so-called monster that people have been seeing outside the forest?
A look of confusion crawls over us. What monster?
We've heard rumors, and we believe it may be two. But there's a creature, giant, spiky, living underground. Simon, what was the name of it?
1 second. Right now. I don't know the name, but I do know it's also acidic.
Almost insect-like.
Yeah.
You see, as you're talking about this, you see her eyes begin to narrow and a scowl appear on her face. She whips around to her flanking guards. Why has no one told me about this? And the guards start like backing up. We haven't heard anything about this either. And she turns back to you. Where did you hear this?
Several people in the town. We spoke to the truth speaker, the mage librarian, and the guards on the outskirts of the entry gate. They've all seen these things, as well as Oswin.
You see her grip the hammer, and you actually notice now her right arm is not flesh. It's robotic. It's metal. You see her grip tighten on this hammer. I haven't met the librarian, and Oswin's a bit of a mess, but I do trust Indolf. And if this is indeed happening, we need to do something about it.
There may also be an owlbear sighting on the outskirts of the city. They mentioned something amongst wings and fur, but silent, unnoticeable.
And you see her, like, she rubs her face. Oh man, there's too much. There's too much. Why aren't we doing anything? listen. I know we just met. And I know you have a difficult task already at hand. But I implore you, out of the goodness of your heart, please try and deal with these creatures.
Goodness has never mattered to me, but I do have a request.
Name it.
I wish to speak to the king.
You see, actually, roll a perception. I mean, everyone else can roll a perception too if you want to, but no.
4.
8.
7.
17.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
5.
22.
Alright, so the rest of you don't notice immediately, but for a briefest of moments, upon mentioning the king, a kind of flash of, you don't know what it is. It's kind of fear, but it's also kind of reverence. Kind of flashes across her face, and then it comes back normal. Well, I mean, he's very busy right now, so I mean, if you do this favor, then I would try my best to get you an audience with the king. But I guarantee no promises.
Perhaps you can join us. You seem like a capable warrior. And if you truly care for these people and want to make sure they're safe, why not handle this with us?
And you see her flex her fingers on the hammer. And you see one of the guards kind of like come up behind her. It's like, you have to, ma'am, you have to do that. And she turns back. As much as I would want to, I do have other obligations that I need to attend to within the kingdom.
As do we.
Yeah. She doesn't have anything to say. She's kind of has a defeated look. Like, I'm sorry, but that's all I can do.
Let us go.
Anything else you guys think we can pry out of her?
Do you have an advanced map of the forest?
She doesn't
She
go.
doesn't go into the forest, but doesn't mean she has a map. She's the right hand man, so she should have a map.
She turns to one of the guards. Do you have a yeah, we can. I think we have some of the area mapped out. We can definitely give you something.
I'd be awful grateful.
Awful grateful.
Awfully grateful.
That would be awful.
He's a breed that has negative things that mean good things. He's like, wow, you're a piece of shit, but in reality, he actually likes you.
Yeah. One of the guards kind of like goes off to, looks like another one who seems a little more well dressed. They exchange some words, and he comes back with a scroll.
Who does he hand it to?
Who wants it?
Well, he won the role.
Okay, so he gives you the scroll.
Yeah, I would write that down. That would be...
Well, if you guys,
It's a map of the whole area or just the deep forest?
is the first portion of the deep woods. Yeah, and Berwin turns to all of you. I do wish you the best of luck, and I wish I could help in some way. I would try to do what I can here. I'll try to grant you an audience with the king.
If you find time to join us, Berwin, we'll be waiting for you.
She nods her head. And with that, she sheaves the hammer, and it clinks against her armor, and she goes on her way with her flanking guards.
I noticed she had a metal arm.
I wonder what happened. She specifies that she doesn't leave the kingdom very much. So
Perhaps
what
an
happened to
injury.
her arm? Something's not right here.
Yeah.
Something's not right here.
Everything is leading to the woods. We need to go.
Yeah.
I think
Can we move now?
the magic man or what's his name?
The mage.
The mage.
Mage knows more than he leads on.
I believe the same of the Truth Seeker.
Yeah, I don't think he'll tell us anything though until we get his apprentice.
I want to speak to the Truth Seeker one more time. And also, small one, I can get you your list. Perhaps you can join me this time.
Are we all making the journey?
I say so, right? All in agreement?
All right, so you guys all head back to where you last saw Indolph in the tavern. Who's going in? Is everyone going in?
Yeah, everyone's going in.
All right, so you all enter the tavern. Luckily, it's pretty empty. I think Indolph is the only one who's there. The tavern keeper is behind the bar. He's just cleaning some mugs. He kind of waves and lets you go on your way. Indolph is in the exact same spot he's been since yesterday.
Nasher, why don't you get the group some drinks?
I was just about to say I would like a drink.
All right, what are you up?
What do you got? What's the house special?
What are you looking for?
He kind of chuckles a little bit. Well, we don't exactly have a lot at the moment, but we have some different ales. I think if you do have enough silver, I do have a bottle of fire whiskey.
How much silver?
3.
Let me get 2 of those.
2 whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and anyone? Rest of you?
I'm
Robot
fine for
can't
now.
drink.
But I will take one as well.
A fire whiskey. All right, so that would be 6 and.
You know what? I'll take one as well.
All right, another one. Good. All right. He goes off. He's underneath the shelf now and starting
3
to.
pieces of silver.
Yeah.
Alright, so what is that equivalent to? What do we start off with? 5 gold?
Yeah.
The app does it for you. Put it in line.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it later. What did I spend with Oswin for a drink? For ale?
It was like 2
Two-
copper.
yeah,
It was super
2
cheap.
copper. I'll worry about it after. Alright, cool. Alright, so
So Indolph is sitting in his regular spot, and the drinks come out. Whoop. 2 for you and 1 for you. All right.
I'm going to take my drink and give it to the Truth Speaker.
How you want to do it?
And just toss it to him and be like, hello there again.
Toss it to him.
Well, you know,
Toss the
Throw it
drink.
at him.
Give
hand-
me a
hand
drink
it-
bar.
I'm gonna hand it to him.
All right. So you place the drink almost in front of him, I guess, and he kind of gives you a side glance. Oh, you have returned, Wolfborn.
I went to the outskirts near the kingdom.
Mm,
I've seen what's happened there. I've
Ah.
also seen the fear of the people.
yes. Now you see.
What is it that you're not telling me? What happened here? What dragon are we dealing with?
On Valden's Peak, the mountain within the deep woods, resides what we call the Obsidian Dragon. Not black, obsidian.
What do you know of it? Its desires.
The dragon began its siege 10 years ago and has been almost relentless ever since. We're not sure what exactly it was after. The king maybe doesn't know. But at least for the townspeople, all they've known is that every couple of months, hell rains from the sky.
Is there a pattern to its sightings?
Before, yes, there was. Every couple of months, it would come down and rain hell upon the outskirts. It was only until recently where it finally decided to attack the inner kingdom directly.
It wants the princess. Why?
He pauses for a minute. I've told you. I think that princess is more important than we all think.
What makes you believe this?
think, oh well, kind of rubs the crystal and he closes his eyes for a minute. Because she's still alive.
I know that rulers must incite some fear to maintain order, but the fear and the hysteria, even by the mention of King, what is it about him? What is it that the people fear? What has he done?
It's not a matter of what he's done. It's a matter of what he hasn't done. Constantly, the people on the outskirts are in dire straits. And it seems like nothing is done for them.
Does this have to do with the ice wall? Can they not get supplies?
Well, recently, that's been the problem. The dragon's the one that created the ice wall in the first place.
How were things prior to the last attack?
Well, a little better, certainly. There was certainly at least travel between the kingdom and the outskirts, albeit regulated.
What can you tell me about Bjorwin? She seems like a good person, the opposite of what I've heard from the king.
She is the one with a long story. He kind of glances at you. It's not my story to tell, though.
Very well. Lastly, we think that one of the bigger creatures within the deep woods may be an owlbear. What do you know of this?
Are you asking if there's an owl bear in the woods?
I'm asking, what do you know?
Well, I can definitely say. He like rubs the crystal again, and the eyes kind of shimmer. Yes, there is indeed an owl bear.
Do you know the location and where it resides?
Surprisingly, not too deep in the woods. I think.
These are solitary creatures. Why would it remain so close to civilization and other?
Why does any animal do things out of the norm?
Something is hunting it. It's fearful.
Maybe. Since you're here, actually, you've just reminded me. You asked for a little exchange of information.
That's true.
What, in exchange for some herbs?
Do you have the list prepared?
I do. If you could possibly get me 2 morning dew.
What is it? I'm sorry. Morning dew?
Morning dew. And 2 mandrake roots. I think we'll have an agreement.
Mandrake.
Mandrake. He says to the person who's also there now. Hello.
He said you said.
Hello, little dwarf. Are you the herbalist specialist?
Yes, I am.
Nice to meet a kindred spirit.
Yes. Now, I do not have your mandrake, but I do have 2 gilly leaves.
He kind of thinks about it for a minute. What? He's really pondering and hang on. Well, I mean, I could use it for something. But do you want an exchange?
Just a payment for the information earlier.
So you want information?
No, just a payment for the information you had given us earlier.
Oh. Okay. Well then, I will humbly accept it. So you hand him
2
the
gillies.
gills.
Building that rapport, I see.
Thank you, True Speaker, for the information. You were way more helpful this time.
I can be helpful when circumstances permit me.
We will search for your items, and if we do retrieve them, we'd expect more information in return.
As it will be.
Farewell.
Farewell, Wolfborn.
So he wanted 1 mandrake root and what else?
2 mandrake.
2 or 1?
2.
Yeah,
Before
2
you,
morning dew.
before you guys head out, he grabs your arm.
My arm?
Your forearm. Before you go, you're heading into the deep woods.
That's correct.
He's like pondering for a minute. I can offer you a piece of advice now.
What would that be?
What is it? Everyone gathers around here.
He leans in close, and there's almost like slight fear in his face. Keep your eyes above you. Hatred can be silent if it pleases.
Hmm. Okay. Before we head out, you creatures.
Hatred can be.
Silent if it pleases.
It's a reference to the silence of the creature itself.
Could be a clue. Wrote it down.
Look above you. No, we should collect some wood. Just saying.
We should. Is there a market to buy some provisions?
Not. Well, not that you're aware of.
In the deep forest, there'll be many trees. We should gather wood on the outskirts. Maybe we'll come in contact with the bear. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
All right, and you leave. Indolph finally takes a drink of the fire whiskey. Hits a spot. Thank you.
All right, so we're out of the tavern.
You're out of the tavern. All right.
All right, what do we want to do now?
Well, if we
Let's
can
head out.
collect. Yeah, if we collect the wood out there, then let's just go.
All right, that's our next journey then. On to the deep wood.
All righty. On to the deep woods.
On the next episode of Dragon Balls.
On the next episode. Well, we've been going for almost 3 hours. So I'll ask now, do you guys want to start traveling to deep woods?
I think we should. What do you guys want to?
Up to you. I don't know.
I mean, all right, everyone. I think we're gonna end it here for our first episode of the D&D campaign. Let's go!
Right.
Yeah. Special thank you guys to Kay, Latch, and Angel for joining us today. We truly appreciate it and for being a part of this journey. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It truly helps us out a lot. We have a website where if you like our content and other episodes, you can check it out there. If you don't have a streaming service, don't want to do YouTube, all that jazz. We also have a YouTube channel where this is being put on and, you know, all that jazz. So check that out. And yeah, I'm Jake.
I am Michael.
Peace.
Ow.